turn this game down just a little bit so y'all can actually hear me. Wait, that's why you can't. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, this is a game I found on Steam, and it's Cthulhu based, and it's a detective game, and I really like Sherlock Holmes. The Sherlock Holmes based Cthulhu game, so I'm like, okay, let's give this one a try. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions of the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country have drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck have it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself and come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Quarterly? Yeah. That name. No, he got stuck on a rock. Oh! I think... I don't think that's a good sign. The fuck? What kind of dream is that? The hell?
Take your belongings off my ship first.
And a gun. And a pew-pew.
Hope I never have to use it. But something tells me I will.
Something tells me I will. Why does he have that voice? Hold up. This is what I just read on the thing, so... Yeah.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service.
That's the name.
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't...
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Such as?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular. Its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia. Gathering
You mean the
seeds
most
of thought,
useless
like moths
degree you can
crawling
ever
to
have? Philosophy?
Don't really have much of a market for philosophy these days.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for
Like,
clarity than times
bro.
of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
That is like creepy.
No.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Yeah, that's where the SCPs come and get you, right?
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert. Yeah. And this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go in the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Blank, I fear what has become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Blank. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. Blank. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. Blank. He's here. Cthulhu!
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Oh, so I haven't finished over there? Okay. The fuck?
Now get out.
Fuck you too, asshole. God. At least there's a map. Wait, how do I get the camera? What? What? I'm confused. What? Oh. Oh. How did I do that? Okay, I feel a little less stupid now.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Okay. I fell into the water. How do I get out? Wait, what? I'm confused. I'm so used to Sherlock Holmes Cthulhu, where he just like cries and, you know.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say?
Why do you look like a gorilla?
Perhaps we can help each other.
Ooh, ah, motherfucker.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those
Oh,
fish-faced
so
freaks have
you
overrun
say.
the city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just...
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family.
Please don't tell me you're some
Blessed
monkey.
all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Exquisite? Sir, I'm sorry, but that look is
Mr.
not
Throckmorton,
exquisite.
Let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And
Yeah,
anyway,
Sherlock
what have
Holmes,
you got to
mind
lose?
eye
Sounds like
bullshittery.
you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Vela.
Sorry, did you just say Vera?
Vela.
What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye.
You mentioned a lifeboat.
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son.
Yeah. Fuck you. I already told this portion of the case, didn't I?
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet.
Oh, hi.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I'm gonna bet he's up here.
Hello?
Oh,
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, private.
oh,
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he...
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it.
Please, detective, sir?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I... Choo-choo. Ahem.
I like trains. Choo choo.
Choo-choo. Ahem. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone
Let's see what you
tossing it
find,
over like
newcomer.
this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Lena, Nehri, Glimmer gib heil, Nugulinhaft.
Some events that happened in the past inspect through evidence on the scene, and a vision will emerge. Step into and find critical scenes.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
I don't think I'm going the right way. Ah!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay. Okay, I see. I kind of see how this is. He turned unstable and then he attacked the fisherman. Albert Thornton Morton was dangerous and possessed a threat to Lewis Flint and his fellow fishermen. We only found 2 of them. Albert and a fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Mind's eyes can reveal omens that guide your way. Follow them to find new evidence. This is not creepy at all. Like, this is kind of creepy.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pot.
Lewis, please, just give me 1 week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping around the port. But don't worry, I've stuck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just 1 more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I feel like I'm about to walk in. The fuck?
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
I will fuck you up, bitch. I will fuck you the fuck up. Ah! Hi, Kira. How are you? That was actually scary. How are you doing? Okay, so Albert was murdered. Who knows why? Lewis let the crime swing. Lewis may be at the bar. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Thorgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmore. I am doing great. I am gonna get fucked by Cthulhu. It's fine. What the fuck are these things?
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh shit, it is gone. I'm gonna ignore that it's gone, and I'm just gonna walk away. It's gone, and I'm not sticking around for it. I'm not. Nope. I'm playing off-brand Sherlock Holmes. This is all this reminds me of.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no.
What I
don't
feel like
believe
he's about to
it.
go gorilla.
No.
Thank you.
My condolences, Mr. Throckmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Thank you.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects.
What kind of private eye are...
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
Ah!
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Why is it saying another investigation in here? But I've already done that.
My head. I still hear those voices.
I still hear the voices of Cthulhu. He coming to fuck me. He coming to fuck me. Oh, only the key evidence was collected. I got more evidence to collect, apparently.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
What your dog doing?
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
I don't know, I'm kind of starting to like this one better than the Sherlock Holmes one, if that makes sense, though. Probably don't. Metal scrap.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
I've already got that.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Good God. So one of them looks like fish and the other one looks like a whole ass
5
gorilla.
cards short of a full house.
Gotcha. There we go. Where's the bar, though? Because the bar has to be in the port. Yeah, where's Peter? Peter?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see.
Okay.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Fuck you. Where do I go? Like, where's this bar at? Who the fuck?
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
I mean, I'll jump into the sea. That's about all that I'm doing. If I could Cthulhu. Yeah, you know. Hold on. Might be over this way, actually. I might be just dumb. Oh. 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 I'm fucking stupid.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things.
All right,
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the and I'll make it easier.
some other time.
As you would.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis.
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throg. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Wanted Albert dead. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. Strange first, it looks very lifelike.
What the? Get the... Oh. Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Oh my god, it's
Reed,
fish
private
lips.
Investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs. Always.
I want to give him up because he did commit murder, but like, I kind of feel for him.
I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna turn him in.
You think you're the first?
Please, Mr.
Don't try my patience further.
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Flynn.
I'm not going. I'm gonna turn him in because, like, granted, he may have not been himself, but isn't that the excuse for most murderers anymore? Like, you look at a lot of murder shows. This is just me because I watch a lot of it, but like 90% of murderers are like, oh, it wasn't myself. I just blacked out into a rage and I just woke up. That's Lewis. See, this is so hard because he could just be like saying that, but also in the situation. This situation can be said for a lot of different murders, but it doesn't give them the right to just murder, take someone else's life away. How do I change mine? Because I feel like he was mentally affected, but like I'm still gonna tell him. Like, straight up.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. Justice. Bittersweet as it is.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to...
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
I wonder if, like, the deity Cthulhu, we're just gonna call it Cthulhu.
I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
I think Cthulhu thought he was getting too close and just put him under the hysteria, because that's one thing that Cthulhu is known for, is like the hysteria and all that. And so I think he did that because they were close to uncovering or fixing everything.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Mr.
poor
Thornton.
baby.
I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Hook, line, and sinker. Police station, hotel. I kind of want to go to the hotel, so I want to get on the boat. I think that's kind of the idea, getting out of the rain and whatnot. Da 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 da. Yeah, they're gone now. Is this payback for me saying I fucked Cthulhu? Because if so, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But I'm sorry. Not really, but you know. Whatever gets me out of danger. Expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont.
Crew of the Cyclops.
I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. All I remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed drowning. A nearby piece of a boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad, like babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after the ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say.
Oh. 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 I want the plague doctor! Damn. I mean, tattoos look good on him, but that's about it. I want the plague doctor. I wouldn't mind that one, but like, I want the gangster too. The number of attacks on Innsmouthers immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case, with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. Oh God, I started the raid. Mr. Reed, it seems you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigations for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I will be there for you every time, Johannes. Yeah, sure, that's what happened.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Why am I already wet? I haven't even... What is that opened? This is a beautiful inn. Like... So the lighthouse is out, several ships has gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow at the seaport hiring salvages to recover ship. He's turning in a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence, need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Gunpowder? I'll go ahead and no, okay. Mr. Archer, you have been seeing... I've seen you dragging things in your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for scratches you leave your landlord.
Don't budge.
I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get in here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Gunpowder, shell casings. Shell casings and spoil springs. English is great.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have to call it quits for this right now. I am going to switch over to Valorant here in a few minutes. I'm just gonna go get my vape and refill the wine. But yeah, we got a good hour hour and 15 to 20 minutes. I want you guys to tell me if you want me to continue this. And then if we get to finish this game, I will go to the Sherlock Holmes game, even though I've played